Okay, can you see the Casa Virgilio screen?
Yes.
Okay, let me just hit play on that. So this is a property in Nuevo Vallarta, which is just about a 10-15 minute drive north of the Marina Vallarta. So about 10 minutes, 15 minutes north of the airport. It's right on a corner and it's right on the marina. And it's been listed in the past for 1.7. It's been listed for 1.6. And it's currently down at 1.3. And that's 1.3 million US. Which at today's rates, because the Canadian dollar is so strong, is 1.625 Canadian. But it's a beautiful property, and it would be a great BFF mansion that we could share, as well as making good money on it as an Airbnb. The gentleman who owns it is actually Cuban, and his grandchildren live in, where do they live again? I think they live in Arkansas, and he just wants to retire and go and spend time with his family in Arkansas. So he's done an incredible job on this property. It's got a beautiful indoor space. It's got a beautiful outdoor space, great for entertaining, only a couple of blocks to the beach. There's good bus routes. Nuevo Vallarta is really growing. It's just beautiful right now. Really safe place, you know, for those of you, if you joined us on the post-pandemic property purchases workshop, we talked about how Puerto Vallarta and the surrounding areas are kind of off limits for crime. And the police and the cartels have all agreed on that. So they leave Puerto Vallarta alone because the value in terms of tourism, it just brings so much money. So you can see it needs a little bit of updating in terms of furniture, but it's a really cool property. He's done the most amazing tile work. There's a big commercial kitchen. And I'll just let the video play out. This is kind of the reception area with a bar, like a welcome desk bar area. There's big hallways. The house actually almost is split in two. So it could almost be like a duplex with Airbnb rooms on one side and then owner homes on the other. And each room is a full suite. It has a kitchen, full bathroom, beds, little living areas, and some of them have patios. So they're large rooms, all very bright. And yeah, I went and visited the property before the pandemic, and he had it listed then, I think, for 1.4. He's dropped it a little bit. I think we could probably get it even a little bit less because the guy just wants to retire. I'll show you the Airbnb and hotel ratings on once you just finished looking at the video. It's got mango trees and banana trees. It's really beautiful. There you go. That is the that is the property that I've been looking at in Mexico for a while. So it's, oh, hold on. Sorry, my video is still going. Let me close that down. There we go. Sorry about that. So yeah, so it's a gorgeous property, and you know, for with the Canadian dollar the way it is right now, it's, you know, it would not only make a great best friend mansion, but it would also make a great income property. There are 12 rooms that are actual suites at the moment, but the owner, when we went down, said there's actually 14 rooms, because he's got one that he's using as storage and then another one that he uses as his living quarters. So there's tons of opportunity with the property. So I'll just show you, I'm just going to share my screen again, and I'm just going to show you a couple of things here. I just pulled up a Google search on CASA just to give you a sense of the ratings that it has. So let me just pull that up here. Okay.
How far from the beach is it?
It's about 3 blocks. It's
okay.
Yeah, 3 blocks from the beach, and it's on a great street that's just off of the main road. Here, I can probably bring up the map here. Let's see if you guys can see it here. So can you see the map?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like it is, yeah, it's like maybe 4 or 5 blocks to the beach. So here's Casa, and here's the beach. And it's right in between some really great hotels and resorts. And then obviously the El Tigre Golf Club, which is a really beautiful golf club. And my mom's timeshare, where I'll be at Christmas time, is right here, the Paradise timeshare. And so there's a beautiful marina here, and there's all kinds of things going in. There's something else going in. Oh yeah, right here, the Grand Mayan and the Mayan Palace and the Grand Lux. There's a Cirque du Soleil. It's the only Cirque du Soleil outside of the US. And they're setting up a whole Cirque du Soleil, all kinds of like resort amenities here. In the Grand Mayan area, and then there's another great golf course down here that's a Greg Norman designed course. So it's a really awesome location. I've spent lots of time in this area. Just north of this area is a beautiful place. There's Bucerias. There's a really cool kind of European feel place. It's called Sayulita, and then there's another community just north called San Pancho. So there's some really cool spots there, and yeah, it's a pretty cool place. So let me just go back to the screen that I was going to share with you here, that just talks a little bit about the actual property. Let me just get back there. Here we go. So when I did a search, and I've done this search before, and it's still, you know, 2 years ago, it was the same as it is now. So prices per night, about $80 to over $100 American, right, per night. So again, these prices are usually in US. They get a lot of Mexicans staying here. So the Mexican people who come and rent for their families, you know, they love this area. They spend their summer vacation in these areas. So sometimes people will say, well, you know, owning in Mexico, you've got a short season. And that's actually not true, because there's so many Mexican people who travel to this area, and this is where they go for their vacation. So you can see on the screen here, 4.8, 162 reviews. So they've had a lot of really good reviews. They're listed on all of the hotel sites. The average price, as I say, you know, between $80 and $100. And they've just had really good reviews. So they've got a website. So I wanted to show you the website just quickly, just to show you how easily it would be to improve. Let me just find it here. It's right at the top. So this is the website. So, you know, when we talk about websites nowadays, I mean, it doesn't even have a good picture of the property. It's terrible. So imagine, you know, getting in and just fixing this up and bringing it up to our standard, and what the possibility would be. Can everybody see that website? did I fall out of, just going to stop the share here again. Can you see that? Did you see that website?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, great property. And let me just quickly show you some numbers here. I did a very quick cash flow crunch this morning on this. And what I did, I wanted to just do it on a really easy analysis before sort of doing it on a more complicated one that would include like Airbnb, but I just wanted to kind of show you just very basically what it could look like, because you know, it looks pretty good, even, you know, just on a regular cash flow analysis. So I'm guessing you can see these numbers. Let me just see if I can make this a little bit bigger for you here. Okay, can you guys see those numbers okay? All right, so yes, it's a nice little property, and at 1.625 Canadian, I converted this to Canadian, okay, with a 25% down payment. That means, you know, between however many people decide to purchase a property like this, we'd have to come up with about $400,000. We would have a mortgage of 1.2. And keep in mind that we can qualify for mortgages in Mexico. Mexico does give mortgages to Canadians and Americans, no problem. So that's not an issue. Robert, did you have a question?
I don't see the cash flow.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me just try that again here. Okay, can you see it now?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Thanks.
perfect. There we go. So purchase price of 1,625,000 Canadian, down payment of 25%, of $400,000, again, between however many people, a mortgage of about 1.2. I calculated it on 12 doors, just, you know, the same as what he has, but again, there's a possibility to take it up to 14. And then I put in a very simple calculation. I put a vacancy rate in of 30% because I thought, you know, just to be on the safe side, if you're doing an Airbnb, you want to put in a fairly high vacancy rate. And when we approach the gentleman for all of his figures, like if we decide we want to move ahead with this and put a deposit down, or ask him if he'll share some figures with him, we'll get his vacancy. Now, obviously with COVID, it's going to be a little bit disjointed. But we can look at some of the previous years to get an idea. And again, Mexico right now is on fire because of people realizing that they can work remotely. Americans in particular are buying up Mexico like crazy. What they're buying condos, they're buying single family homes. So they're buying, you know, the really basic stuff first. So this could be, you know, a great opportunity to have something to hold on to for the future. So $36,000, I did just a super quick calculation. I did $100 a night. And I didn't do it for 30 nights. I did it for a little bit less and then basically gave the occupancy. So again, if we decided that we wanted to dive deeper on this, we would do a much more detailed analysis, but just did a super simple potential 36,000. There's definitely potential for $36,000 in income. Looking at the mortgage, it's about $5,700 a month. Taxes, I guessed at a number that's probably not anywhere near accurate. I guessed at a number in insurance that's probably not accurate. So I'll contact the realtor and get some more correct numbers on this. But I just wanted to show you what the possibilities were. And I did a property management fee of 10%. So that's, you know, your cleaners, your linens. And again, once we get the numbers, we'll actually get a real number that's more realistic. And I did a 10% maintenance fund What I would imagine we would possibly do with this is probably go in and do some minor renovations, get some new furnishings in, so we'd have we'd work out a budget for that. So again, I haven't included that in this because I just wanted to give you a really simple kind of first glance at it. Property transfer tax doesn't apply in Mexico. Legal fees, our legal fees would probably be a bit higher because it's going to be, you know, let me just bump those up actually, just because of setting up a company. And oh, it may not let me do it because it calculates this. This is an automatic sheet, so I can't put it in that box. I did a really small appreciation of only 2%, which in Mexico right now, that's very low, and selling after 20 years. I did a mortgage rate of 3%. We'd have to find out what we would qualify for, being from Canada, but the mortgage rates apparently in Mexico are very good right now, and amortized it over 25 years. So this is what the numbers come out at: monthly cash flow of $1,300. Initial investment $407,000, annual return from cash flow almost 4%, a resale value of $2,400,000, and a total profit of almost $2 million. So that, again, I just, like I say, I wanted to do very quickly because if people are interested in this, I'm just going to stop my share right now so we can have a chat. If people are interested in this, then I can contact the realtor, get the updated numbers. We could potentially make an offer, and really have a good look at looking at a property like this. There's definitely at least 4 women who are like ready to pull the trigger on Mexico right now. So we're going to have a meeting probably in about 10 days time. And so if anybody is interested in, you know, really like, yes, we're interested in Mexico, we want to be looking at properties with you, we want to potentially be part of that buying group. Generally, we'll probably set up groups of 5 people to own the properties, and it'll be, you know, a joint venture partnership or a corporation. So it'll all, you know, all the legal work will be done. All of that will be structured properly. We'll obviously be working with our experts in Mexico and locally, so we've got all of that sorted out correctly. And that's it. So anybody have any questions on this just really brief initial look at buying a property in Mexico?